When you read or listen to the news, uh, it's very common that you will hear about percent increase and percent decrease. In this case, we can look at this article about the elephants. We can see that they are undergoing a 30% decrease, meaning their population is getting smaller. Here's an article from the Ohio State University saying that the ice near Greenland is melting 7% faster than they expected. Here's a percent that might worry you. 40% of young adults are now living with their parents longer than they ever have had before. That's a 75-year high. Alright, here's a percent change problem you're probably pretty used to doing. Simon went to Wells Fargo to invest in a certificate of deposit. He wants to put in the $900 he made during the summer to save it for college. He's promised an increase of 3% if he leaves it in a year. How much money will he have in a year? We simply want to find 3% of the $900. That's how much it's going to increase. And 3%, we change that to a decimal or to a fraction, and that's 3/100 of means times $900, which we should be used to figuring out is $27. So the amount of money is going to increase $27, and we can add that on to the 900 to find that he's going to have $927 at the end of the year. Alright, here's the new part. Sometimes we actually want to create the percent. So if it's percent increase, we take the new amount minus the original amount and make it a fraction over the original amount. And then you can change that fraction into a percent. If it's percent decrease, we take the original amount minus the new amount and make a fraction of that over the original amount. And if that seems too complicated, there's an easier way to think about it. I think the easiest way is to just think of it as percent change. Don't worry if it's increasing or decreasing, and just take the amount it changes and put that over the original amount. Then just change that fraction into a percent. Here's a look at Apple, their stock price. A year ago, it was hovering around $96, and now it's all the way up to $133 per share. So has the price for it increased or decreased? Well, it's gone up, so it's increased. So it started at 96, it's now $133. What is the percent change? So we need to make a fraction of the change over the original amount. The amount it changed is $133 minus $96. And we put that over a denominator of $96. That's what it started out as. Now all we need to do is clean up that fraction and convert it into a percent. So 133 minus 96 is $37 out of $96. Now, just change that fraction into a decimal, do the numerator divided by the denominator, and you'll find that that is the decimal 385 thousandths. That is the percent, 38.5%. And that is a increase, so an increase of 38.5%. 2008-2009 was Dwayne Wade's best season for points per game with 30 points per game. This season with the Bulls, he's averaging 19 points per game. What is the percent change in his points per game between these two seasons? Alright, to find the percent change, we have to find out how much it's changed and put that over the original amount. So the amount it's changed for his points per game is 30 minus 19, all over 30. 30 is the original amount. That's happened way back in 2008, 2009. So now we clean up the fraction, and it's 11 out of 30. And then we got to just change that fraction into a percent. So 11 divided by 30 is 367 thousandths. Change that to a percent. That's a 36 and 7/10% decrease, because the amount that he's scoring now is less than what he used to score back in 2008, 2009.